Yo, what's going on, snipers, and welcome back to our Dallas Stars franchise mode. So, in last episode, we had round one against the Calgary Flames, and unfortunately, once again, we were out in the first round in 5 games. But as you can see, our top line did pretty well. It's just the rest of our lines didn't seem to do so. And I think the main reason is because of chemistry, because I haven't really been focusing much on that. And I've been watching like Deke Slayer and Toogie and stuff like that stream, and most of them work towards getting good chemistry on their lines in order to win championships. So I think that's been our main problem this entire year, even, and why our team hasn't been as good as well. Back in when I did my Montreal series, I didn't win a lot of cups either, so that's probably why, is just because I haven't focused on the chemistry aspect of the game, which is crucial in order to win. So anyways, we're up here in the off season. We're going to get into retirements shortly. But yeah, basically I think in the off season we're going to try and build a team based on chemistry and see if that helps us out a lot, because our team has only been able to just barely squeak into the playoffs the last 2 seasons despite having some pretty good overalls. Like, there are other teams in the league that have way worse records and way worse teams than us, like the Calgary Flames, for example, yet they're able to win a Stanley Cup, or will not go in a Stanley Cup, but go to the playoffs at least with a very good record and win a President's Trophy. So anyways, let's get to the retirements, and then we'll get to the draft, see if we can pick up some steals. We do not have our first, but there was some good prospects I was looking at that I might get. So here is the first round of the draft. So Philadelphia, Chicago, Washington, Hartford, and Anaheim are your top 5. Interesting. Looks like Germany actually has a lot of first round picks. They have 2. One from Czech Republic and one of their own. Interesting. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna have to try and get this team better based on chemistry. Like, I think our first line had some good chemistry, but like the rest of our lines were kind of meh. Like, we didn't have any minuses, which is good, but still, we need to find a way to win with good chemistry. Okay, so retirements for this season. I don't think we lost anybody, but I could be wrong. So let's start off with, yeah, let's just do all skaters. So Doug Gilmour retires. He's the best player with 636 points. Behind him is Phil Housley with 614. That's pretty amazing for a defenseman. I think he won at least one Norris in this. Cliff Ronning, 590. Mike Keane retires as well. Wendell Clark, Gary Roberts, Andre Lomakin, Valerie Kamensky, Kevin Stevens. Pretty big names, I guess. Pat Verbeek, Tony Granado, Gary Suter, John Tucker. Yeah, this is a pretty good retirement class. Joe Juno retires already as well. Pat Flatley, Dave Gagne, our former player, retires with the Boston Bruins. I think that was his only season in Boston, right? Oh, he was also in New York and Russia. Interesting. He dropped off a cliff after we let him go, so that's good that we let him go at that right time. Mike Eastwood retires. Nelson Emerson, Vitaly Prokhorov, Yari Korpisalo. Peter Zezel retires as well. Brent Fedek, Kevin Miller, Steve Chason, rest in peace as well to him, because he passed away back in '99. Sean Van Allen, Randy Burridge, Todd Ellick, Paul Ranheim, Igor Kravchuk. A lot of these guys are in the minors. Claude Lemieux, Jocelyn Lemieux. That's funny. I don't think they were related, if I'm not mistaken, but they could have been. But it's just funny that they both retired at the same time. Cal Johansson, Sergio Momiso, Kevin Hatcher, Doug Bogger. It looks like Buffalo lost quite a bit of players. Paul Cavallini, Sergei Nemchinov, Dmitry Mironov, a couple Russians. Yurki Lume, Murray Baron, Sean Chambers, Don Sweeney. Oh, another former player of ours. Pretty solid one at that. We had him for a couple seasons. Unfortunately, we couldn't get him a cup, but yeah, he was pretty solid with us. And then he went back to Boston, and then was in Germany for the last year. JJ Deneau, Philippe Bozon, Craig Wolanin, Peter Svoboda. Jeez, there's so much names. Dennis Vasquez, Rob Zettler, and is that it? Dana Merzen, Rudy Poshek. Such a weird name, Rudy. Craig Berube, only 59 points. How much Pelly minutes out of curiosity? Quite a bit. Well, actually not as much as he would have in real life. But I'm curious to see if any of these guys become coaches. Hopefully Berube becomes a coach. That'd be nice, but I doubt he will. Trent Ianni as well. Ed Ronan, Bill Huard, Paul Krause. Damn, some of these guys simulated really bad. Or Paul Cruz, I should say. I think it's pronounced. And I think that's it. Yeah, it's Jared Tenorti. Dan Kexmer's another one. There's not a lot down here. Rob Ray only played 59 games. Damn. Another former Buffalo Sabre. And that should be it, technically. But we'll just go to the bottom just to make sure, because sometimes there's guys all the way down here that barely played. And no, there isn't. Okay, goalie-wise, Sean Burke decides to retire at 37 years old. In real life, he retired at like 41, so it's a bit early for him. Bill Ranford also retires. Craig Billington retires. Jim Hrivnik, Jeff Reese, Frank Petrangelo, and I think that's it. Yeah, that is it for the retirements. Hopefully we get some being coaches, please. No, it doesn't look like we got anyone being coaches again, unless it pops up after this. But retirement-wise, we did not lose a single coach, I think, which is good. At least our AHL won the Calder Cup in last episode, so that was good. Yeah, draft interviews. I don't know if I want to do draft interviews. I don't think I do, because I want to kind of get all the offseason done in this episode. So, but let's just take a look at the draft class quickly, because I know the game kind of crashes when you do draft interviews. So I don't know if I want to do interviews or not, because there was some guys that had pinned that I had no idea if they were actually good or not. Like, well, this low elite guy is probably going to be a low elite, but he might not be. Might be a top 9. I definitely should interview some of these guys just to make sure. This one is for sure. This guy might be a medium elite offensive defenseman. I did have him pinned. You know what, let's interview him, because I haven't done really any interviews of late, and I might as well want to see what his, at least how long until he's out. I can't remember which one it was, because I haven't done an interview in a while. What's his strengths, though? Is he an offensive defenseman or two-way? Okay. So this guy's got a good shot, which is good. I think it was in here, his NHL ETA, right? Nope. Where was the name NHL ETA? Playstyle? Yeah, let's check his playstyle first, and then we'll check his readiness, and then I don't think I'm going to interview anybody else. Yeah, this guy's an offensive defenseman, and he's a couple years away, which means he's probably medium elite. Because if he's only a couple years away, yeah, 2-year ETA, this guy's definitely a big steal if we could get him. And he says he's an offensive defenseman. He's probably medium elite. So he's probably one of those guys we're definitely going with. And wasn't there another guy that I was really interested in that I saw? I don't know who it was, though. It might have been Bure. Bure's a low top 6, so he's going to be pretty good, too. But he is already 20 years old, so that's the only problem. Okay, so let's get to that draft, and yeah, hopefully we can pick up some good chemistry kind of guys for our team, because like we need to start building on chemistry, because I think that's the main reason we're not winning in terms of simulation and stuff like that. So let's see what the Flyers get at number 1. They take Kopstalls, who's a power forward, so that's probably going to be a goal scorer down the road. Interesting. Now, who does Chicago take? Chicago takes Schumacher, a nice German player probably. Abel Schumacher. I can't even tell where he's from in this screen, which is annoying, but whatever. Pretty sure he's German. 3rd overall is Pedersen, going to the Washington Capitals, a 2-way forward. At number 4, the Hartford Whalers are going to select Humphrey. Interesting. And the 5th overall pick, the Anaheim Mighty Ducks are going to select Cato. Okay. So it doesn't look like it's as deep of a draft, but still pretty good picks for the first top 4. Let's sim to our pick in the 2nd round, which is number 47. I don't think we're going to get that defenseman that I had pinned. I think he already probably went by now, right? Yeah, he went. Damn it. Because there is not a lot of good stuff out there in this draft. Some of them are good late round steals, but like early on it doesn't look very good. Now, Vernaski, I have no idea anything about this guy. He's a 20-year-old, which means he could be a little bit of a higher overall than most. I might take him, because a 20-year-old in the 2nd round could be pretty enticing. There is also a potential top 6 grinder, and we do need right wingers. He's looking like 5 years away though, which I don't get, but I think he's probably better than that, and he's only 17 now. There's also Hargrave, who could be enticing. 3 years definitely looks like almost. He's like Michael Backlund, so he's probably not a power forward. He might be more of a two-way, but you know what? We're going to give a chance to Matt Hargrave because I think we need to eventually find more pieces to like wind out some of the older veterans. So Matt Hargrave, welcome aboard. And he's a top 9 power forward. Damn it. I was hoping a top 6, but I mean, he could still make it. And he's a right-handed shot. He's got better offensive stats, and his shooting category looks pretty good. So maybe he will make it at some point. Let's sim to our next pick, which I think, yeah, it's the 3rd round. Soon we'll start grabbing those pinned guys, I think. So we already have a really good goalie prospect, so I don't think we need anything else. I probably will go for this Halvardson guy. Torsten Halvardson. Yeah, we'll go with Halvardson. He's probably a low elite. Hopefully he has a decent base overall. Let's see what he is. And he's low top 6, so not as good as a low elite, but still he has potential, and he's a sniper. Another guy with a pretty good shot too. So hopefully those guys go to the AHL and play pretty good when we sign them eventually. Okay, so I'm not trading. No, I'm not trading my 3rd pick. We have another 3rd round pick here. And then our 4th round, we're probably going to take one of those pin guys, or we might start taking those pin guys now. Yeah, we're going to start taking those pin guys now because this draft is hard to read. So Weston is a medium elite goalie. Interesting. Do I want another goalie? No, I probably don't. And he's quite a bit away. Who do I want to take? The highest is probably this guy, Gregory Callahan. Yeah, and then I could take Patrick next round, I think. Yeah, probably. So we will take Gregory Callahan with this pick. He's a gem, and he's a low top 6. Not bad again. Kind of a meh draft, but we're still getting some decent steals. And then our next pin guy is this guy, and we're going to take him. 19-year-old, and he's probably elite because he says, he's 2 years away. And he's got some pretty good base stats. And he's offensive. So Aiden Patrick, welcome to the Dallas Stars. He is a medium elite, 68 overall offensive defenseman. That might be a very good steal for us down the road. Pretty good base overall. And his offensive awareness is already 79. He's got some good shooting categories. His passing's okay. Yeah, this guy's probably going to get signed for the AHL, I think, already. Even though he's a 68, it's because this series, a lot of 70s are already almost NHL ready. So, yeah, we're going to probably get that guy to play with us next season. But, yeah, that was a really good steal in the 4th round. Might be one of my best in, like, quite a long time. Let's see, who else do we have pinned? Might as well go with some of these other pin guys. We could go with Sandlack first and then go with this guy in the next round. Yeah, you know what? We're going to just do that. Welcome aboard, Sandlack. And he's a medium backup. Doubt he'll make it, but he could still be an AHL goalie, which could be serviceable. And 6th round, let's take our other dude. The low elite just went right before our pick. And I don't want to go scouting recommended. We'll take this guy, even though he might not be that good. Let's take him anyways. He is a low elite. Good. Not too bad of a draft in terms of the later round picks that we've gotten so far. And our final pick, let's see if there's any other good potential guys. It doesn't really look like it. So we might have to take a random shot in the dark. So let's go scouting ranks. So this guy's pretty much the highest, and he's guaranteed almost looking like a top 6. This guy could be a low elite, but he's already 20. He is 4 years away, though. You know what? We'll take Terrell Santon, even though he's probably not going to be that good. And he's a low top 60, so he's probably not going to make it. But all in all, I think a pretty good draft for us, especially with that Aiden Patrick one, because I didn't expect his base overall to be that good for a guy that's only 19. So he's definitely going to play in the minors, I think, this coming season. Okay, so let's get to the Resign phase. See if we could get any everybody back pretty much. Well, not everybody, but we might let go of some guys. We might make a pretty big drastic change to the roster this offseason because I want to go with the chemistry boost. And we have to re-sign all of our AHL coaches, which is kind of not good because our AHL team just won the Calder Cup. So we want all these guys back for quite a while. So This guy was our head coach, right? Yeah, this guy was our head coach. So we're going to assign him as a head coach down there in the minors. And we're going to give him 450K. And then Ovecki was an associate. We're going to make him an associate again. Just keep it the same way down there because these guys seem to be pretty good in terms of growing our young guys. And you were our assistant, Mr. Felix Gerber. We don't even have a goalie coach down in the minors, but these guys have won a Calder Cup, so that's pretty good. Okay. So now, do we have any scouts? No, we do not have any scouts to deal with this year, which is good. Okay, so let's get to these signings, see who we have to get back. So in terms of UFAs, the big one is Mike Medano. I think for players that I'm letting go, I'm definitely letting go of all these guys almost that are in their 30s except for Medano. Because I want to kind of change up this team to being more of a chemistry-based team. It doesn't really matter about the overalls. It just matters more about chemistry and fitting players in where they actually fit properly on your team. So Mike Medano is going to be definitely one I still get back, I think. And yeah, we want him here kind of till retirement. So we'll give him another 3-year deal at $10 million since we don't have cap on. But I am going to be letting go of Trent Klatt. Thank you for your time here. Donald Dett. This might be a big mistake, but who knows. I'll look and see if these guys match our system afterwards in free agency, and maybe that will help us out if I go and bring them back. Godiniuk is going to go. Stephen Rice is going to go for now, too. Sergei Brelin is going to go. Lindback's coming back for multiple years because he's a pretty good offensive defenseman. Yeah, I'm fine with giving you 4 years, and I'll give you 5.3. As for Draper, I don't need him because he's more of a depth guy. Jason Bowen, I don't really need. I know I'm pretty much letting go of everybody at this stage except for our young guys and Mike Medano, just because I want to make sure our chemistry is working properly. Now, Vorobiev might have had good chemistry because when he came in as a depth guy, he put up a lot of points. So we are going to sign him for a 1-year deal maybe, because maybe he could be a solid fourth liner for us if need be. So I'll sign him for 1 year. Martinson, I want to bring you back as well because you're still kind of young. But eventually you might be moved out. 1750. Thompson, I don't know if Thompson had good chemistry or not. He's a good young guy, but he's more of a 7th D, which we could still use. So we're going to sign him as a depth defender for, let's go 2 years as well. And 1800. And then our top prospect in Clancy, who's a medium elite, he's definitely getting signed, and he probably will be in the NHL next season, depending on chemistry. And we are going to start letting go some of these AHL guys that are getting older, just to make up some room for our young guys. Yeah, there you go. And wow, there's actually a lot of older guys in the AHL. I know the AHL team just won the Calder Cup, but we have to let them go eventually and move in the youth. So there you go. I'm not going to sign Kavanov. And yeah, I'm not going to sign Russell either. In terms of goalies, we might as well sign the Stafford guy, even though I don't think he's going to be anything because he has potential. And then RFA-wise, Tony Taves is going to, or not Tony Taves, Braden Taves. I keep on saying Tony Taves. We're going to give you a 4-year deal. And yeah, only $2 million. It doesn't look like he's going to be panning out to being that top 4, which really sucks unless he gets some random growth. Johnson, we're going to give you a 2-way deal, even though you don't really want one. We might just qualify some of these guys and hope that they come back because a lot of RFAs try and hold out. And RFA goalies, Simic, you're coming back. He doesn't want a whole lot either. We're going to give you 1.2. And Michovsky, you're going to come back as well for the AHL, hopefully. Then in terms of our unsigned players, Jar's actually a pretty good overall. I might sign him as well because he's 72 at 20. Yeah, you know what? We're going to give this guy a shot for the AHL, even though he has bottom 6 potential as well. And Patrick is going to get a contract just because I think he could already produce pretty well at the AHL level. So we're going to sign him. Might be the biggest steal we've had in quite a long time. So, and the rest of these guys I don't think I'm going to sign yet. Yeah, I'm not going to sign any of those guys yet. Goalie-wise, DePenta, I'm not going to sign yet still. I think one more year in Europe should be fine because he's only at 63. He did just have a really good season in Vaxjo, so we're going to give him one more year over in the SHL, and that is good, I think. Okay, let's advance today and see if we get all those guys. Hopefully we do, and hopefully we get all those coaches. Dan Mulvecchi doesn't want to be an associate coach, so we don't have an AHL associate coach, which really sucks. And Felix Gerber is accepted, so we need an associate coach in the minors. We also might look for a new NHL coach potentially because that might be a problem with our team. So let's go to UFAs. We got everybody? Yep, we got all of our UFAs back that we wanted. And all of our RFAs held out for a bit longer. I hate how the RFA keep on holding out. We'll give you $3 million, Taves. And the rest of the guys will qualify because they're not as big of a need. Yeah, the rest of these guys are AHLers, but they'll probably sign if I just qualify them. But it seems like every single year there's a lot of RFAs holding out. Qualify all those guys. There you go. Let's advance today. Did we get Taves? Yes, we did, I think. Yep, okay, good. So we have everybody back pretty much. We let go quite a bit of players, but we are going to get to free agency already in this episode, even though the episode's probably in like 20 minutes already. Just because I want to kind of build this team based on chemistry. And yeah, I want to show you guys what the chemistry looks like for next season already. So we need an associate coach in the minors quickly. We might look for a new head coach, actually. Depended. When is this head coach is matching our system? 48. No, that's not that good at all. 50%. Our head coach currently that we have might be better. Actually, we are missing a lot of players, so once we start signing players, maybe these guys will be better. But in terms of AHL associate coaches, is there anybody down there that we could sign that would help out our AHL team's development? 8% team fit. Wow. 10%. Doesn't look like a lot of good. Well, actually, these are just associate coaches. Is there anybody that would be really good with Patrick? Because if they are, that'd be good. Defenseman. It'd be good to get one that would be good with Patrick, because then that way Patrick develops into being something good. We probably want more of a generalist. Does anybody have good defensive ratings? The best is a C. This Nilsson guy, I'm not used to hiring coaches. Ola Nilsson, only 7% though. How about you, Mr. Grossman? 12%. That's actually probably the best one. So we're signing this guy for associate coach in the minors, just to give our AHL team a better chance, maybe. There you go. And yeah, we're not going to sign an NHL coach yet, but I might end up doing that this offseason. Yeah, this episode might run a bit long. Unless I do free agency and signing coaches next episode. Yeah, I might do that actually next episode, just because of how long this episode has already been. So what do we need actually in terms of a roster? Because I don't know actually what we need at the moment, because we did let go of quite a bit of players. So in terms of centers, we have 4 centers, a potential 5th if we want to play Street, which we should probably give Street a chance, because he's got good offensive stats. He's listed as a depth guy. Yeah, we might end up playing him as a 4th liner, even though he's not that good of an overall. I don't know if he matches our system that well, though. Does it say? No, it doesn't say on this screen. But anyways, we have 4 guaranteed, 5, 6. Wells could potentially play this year, too. So technically, that's good. Yeah, we definitely need maybe a couple forwards. Like, I might play Clancy this year. I might play Jacobs. I might play a lot of these lower overall guys if they match our chemistry good. But it depends what's available in free agency. Defensively, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'd prefer Thompson to be a depth guy. I don't know if Haynes is going to be ready this season. I don't think so. And yeah, I don't think Ward is either. So we're probably going to need a defenseman. And yeah, we got enough goalies. Okay, so let's take a quick look at what is available in free agency, as well as we might look and see what's available for trading wise. And yeah, hopefully we can build this team up to being a better chemistry based team for next season. So let's go by UFAs, because I do not really sign RFAs ever. So Timo Solani is the best one available. That would be interesting to bring in Solani, but does he even match our system? He only fits on forward line 3, so he would not be good. Milan Hajduk is available. That might be good. Bottom 6 forward lines and all penalty kill lines. Now that's somebody I might want to bring in. Milan Hajduk. Yeah, I might remember that for next episode. Patrick Eliash is also available. He fits all the bottom 6 and the penalty killing lines as well. So maybe Hajduk or Eliash would be pretty good, I think. Luke Robitaille, but does he fit our system at all? Only the penalty kill. Zarli Zalapsky, another former player. He does fit on our top 6. So maybe we bring back Zarli Zalapsky. Jeff Sanderson. He fits on our first line and penalty kill lines. Anybody fit on the power play, though? Because I have not seen anybody fit on our power play yet. Trent Klatt, who we let go, doesn't look like he fits anything. Steve Konowalchuk. All power play lines, all penalty kill lines, it looks like maybe. So there definitely is stuff available that could help us out. If you guys see anything that you want me to go after, I'll probably make the decisions on my own, but I still will look at if these guys match our system or not, just because I want to find people that fit the team well. Like Noel Gunler, he's only 26, 81 overall, and he fits maybe on the first line only. So we could look for a new coach potentially, or we could sign a lot of guys that match this coach's system. This guy might be a solid bottom 6 option, actually. Yeah, I think that guy definitely is a solid one to bring in. And goalie-wise, we don't really need goalies, but let's just check anyways. Thomas Vokun's a free agent again. Ed Belfour's a free agent. Bring him to Dallas like he was in real life. But he's dropping off a lot. But anyways, guys, that is going to do it for this episode of our Dallas Stars franchise mode. So in next episode, we will have the rest of the offseason with free agency, maybe making some trades, trying to get this team to be in a good chemistry-based team so we could actually win a Stanley Cup. So let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys next time.